What's going on, guys? Your boy Josh here at Lit Wheels again with another small video, with another 30 minutes or less video, maybe 2 or 3 minutes above. We don't know yet. We'll find out. So how's everybody doing, man? Good Friday. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's stoked up, ready for the weekend, ready to see what we're going to do out there. Important, spend time with the family, with the wife, with the kids, with the friends, with whatever. Don't just go Hot Wheel. Who am I kidding? That's what I do. Anyways, guys, yes, we're super excited, man. Lit Wheels is definitely taking some curves on me that I'm not expecting. I mean, I'm very thankful. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because it's not like I intended it to be this way. I never wanted things to go this way, but hey, listen, we just never know, you know, where the twists and turns of life are gonna take us. So we just gotta be ready for whatever, right? I'm not saying that I'm becoming rich. I always said this is not my source of income, and I'm very blessed. I have an amazing career, job, and I call it a job. It's not a career, but by the grace of God, it's been like a career type of blessing to me. And it's been well taken care of me in every financial situation that I'm involved in. So very super stoked up with that. But you know, this Lit Wheel thing, it started as fun. It started as something simple. And the more I have gotten involved in it over the year and a half, it's kind of like taking me to different avenues. It's kind of like opening certain doors for me, and that's the part that I was not expecting. But listen, I'm all in. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, man. Whatever I think I can get through, I'm gonna try to get through. And if it doesn't work for me, at least if I can get someone that can make it work, that is worth everything to me. You know, it's not about me, but if one of my kids jump into it, or somebody that I encourage to move forward and they try it and it works for them, listen, man, if I was that ground that pushed you, I'm all in for that, man. I'm super happy about that. So yeah, we got some amazing pieces. Nothing major, but I got a piece that is up there with the heavy hitters, and it's not a new piece. It's an old piece. It's like a piece that's probably like 5 or 6 years old. There's been probably tons of videos about it. Listen, there could be 100 videos on it, but today it's in my possession. It's in my collection. It became a part of this room. And for that, I'm stoked up about, man. So let's go ahead and show you a couple of the pieces as I make this long, because this weekend I'm actually heading in about an hour or two to Orlando. I'm actually gonna go see my grandkids. Yeah, I'm gonna go see my grandson Johan, my granddaughter Siani, and my baby granddaughter GLE, and the queen of daddy, which is not a princess no more, it's daddy's queen, because she's married now and she's a queen. My daughter up in Orlando. So she won't like me to mention her name, but I call her Goldie, and that's my daughter's name. So anyways, I'm super stoked up because tomorrow we're gonna get to go. I'm gonna take the kids. I don't even want to say it because they'll probably hear it here. They'll look at my video and they'll be like, when I get there, I won't stop hearing it. But I'll do a video from where I'm at tomorrow so y'all can see where we at. It's something different. It's not the theme parks, but you will see, and it will be connected to this beautiful world of Lit Wheels. So without no further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys what I got, man. Let me show you guys some of the pieces that I obtained, and you guys already know, man. I love Porsches. I mean, that's my favorite car. I mean, they all my favorite cars. There's not a car that you can't put next to me that I won't probably say that's my favorite car. I love Mustangs. I love Vets. I love BMWs. I love Skylines. I love RX-7s. I've been like brought to love Hondas. I'm really not a Honda fan, but the hype has taken me to love them too. I mean, it's just crazy how a little Honda Civic that was a little car to take you to work back and forth has evolved and become such a pop culture car, right? It's kind of like crazy how that car has become so famous, and now it's like it's definitely in the casting world, die casting world. it's a hot piece, man. A Honda Civic, these Honda Civics, like whether it's an EF, EK, even the SI, I mean, these things have become so freaking like, well, the Type Rs, they've always, since day one they came out, they always had their respect, right? But yeah, man, a Honda, I mean, I love my muscle cars, don't get me wrong, my muscle cars, they mean a lot to me. I'm generally a car enthusiast, a car lover. I've always loved it. You guys already heard my stories from the 90s. I don't want to take you all back through all of that, but cars mean a lot to me. I mean, cars have been a strong piece of me as a man. And it's funny because it wasn't like my dad taught me the cars. It wasn't like, you know, I had a strong background with my uncles or stuff like that with cars. I really technically didn't. I mean, my father was, you know, from his young age, he was a hardworking man, and, you know, he wasn't a car racer. He wasn't a car enthusiast like that. He just knew that a car was to take him back and forth to work so that it can provide for his family. That's what my dad looked at cars. So this hobby, I picked it up sort of different, evolved throughout the years and stuff like that. But I will never forget. I will never forget. I've said this story once and I said it before. When I was around 10 years old in New York, up in the Orange County area, where I was walking with my mom in this nice street called North Street, and right where there was a store called Woolworth, which I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate. I remember holding my mom's hand, and all of a sudden I turned to the left, and this like 78 1980 Corvette candy apple red just pulls up right next to me. And I'm holding my mom, and I remember the car like if it was yesterday. The T-tops were open, the interior was brown leather, like a tan leather. And I remember just holding my mom's hand, and I heard this guy next to us, and I looked to the side like this as a little boy. And when I looked, that vet was just sitting there with the chrome mags. I mean, that car never got off of my head. And I won't say that it started a car thing in me, but it was enough for me to look at it. And I'm talking about back in 79, 1980. It was enough for me to say, wow, cars are cool. You know what I mean? So, you know, here we are 50, 40 years later. I've been through cars galore. I've done the whole thing. So my enthusiasm right now has, you know, I have evolved. I have owned some beautiful cars, some cars that I have built, cars that I have bought, and I've tested a little bit of everything. I went Japanese JDM. Then from the JDM, I went with the Mazda RX-7s and all of that. Many years I did a lot of those. Then I evolved and boom, and got into a couple of Mustangs, went to the tracks, did a lot of street time, drag times with Mustangs. Then from the Mustangs, I evolved again, went into the Corvette, started with a regular C5, then moved myself up to a C06, C5 C06, get it right, C5 C06, bad girl, boy. I mean, that's as pure can get. I mean, my two favorite are the C5 and the C6, C6 being that vet, but the C5 being that raw vet where, you know, it's straight power, nothing, you know, if you didn't know how to drive, you were going to be all over. A crazy car, trust me when I tell you. I mean, it ended up putting me in some serious situations, but went from there to that, and then to ultimately ending up with a Porsche 911 Carrera. So Porsches have become the strong thing of my thing lately, my desire lately. So on the Hot Wheel journey, I said I started with Hot Wheels. Now I collect a lot of Porsches. I probably got, give or take, probably around 150 to 180, maybe close to 200. Some of them could be special. I know there's some die-cast out there that are over the $1,000, and kind of working my way towards them. I think I will end up getting some of those bad boys and putting them in my collection as well. But for now, you know, I got the real one, and, you know, I got to make sure I put some money to the side so when things happen, you know, we got the funds to fix it, because they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all to fix. I mean, and you don't want to take it to your Joe Schmo corner guys. So, you know, when you look to Porsche and you try to talk to Porsche, they kind of shoot one at you that they'd be like, damn, man, do I want to own this car if it's not no insurance or warranty on it? But it is what it is. It's part of what we love, right? So anyways, but you know, the Hot Wheel culture, like we all know it, we know that JDM is holding it down. Like, you know, JDM is really, really like, it sucks because every time I see any car that belongs to JDM, whether it's a mainline, a premium, or whatever, I mean, you're going to pay some nice prices for them, you know, whether it's a Datsun, a Skyline, a Honda. I've seen Mazdas, you know, you call the JDM out, and the JDM's pretty much kind of like, they're very like explosive in the die casting world. So what's the next? Yes, we know that there's still muscle cars that from the back days, but I haven't seen no late muscle cars that have been really holding down price value and like real hype. I seen the St. Louis thing where they were presenting some of the new cars that were going to be casting out. They were putting some muscle cars and everybody was like, yeah. I get it, but when it comes to those pegs, the pegs talk louder than the screaming or whatnot, you know what I mean? So anyways, with that said, you know, JDM is tough, and little by little. Now, however, we got a European that came back into the game, that got his license back, that is causing a ruckus, and we already know who that is. That's Ferrari. Yes, Ferraris. The Ferraris right now, everybody's got their toes ready for that chase that comes out. I'm here, you know. I told my wife, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna get it. And listen, I am financially well to get it one way or the other, so it ain't gonna matter to me. This is not gonna be about, oh, I got it for the 7 and I sold it for 300 or 400. Nah, I get this is gonna be a tough piece to get. So if I come across you and, you know, I see that I'm not getting what I am, the collector part inside of me kicks in. Not just the grabber and say the real collector. What I mean by that is that when you become that collector and that's the piece that you want, what happens when you go to collections and you're dealing with real collectors? They're willing to pay the price. You understand? I don't want to. I want to try to avoid it, and I got all the resources ready. I got all my moves already, all my dices, all my connects ready to do what they got to do. But we already know in this world of Hot Wheels, yeah, I'll lock you in with this, and when the time comes, you don't get what they said, and the title blah blah, it kind of disappears on you. I mean, it's just part of the game. I'm not hating on nobody for doing it. It is what it is. I feel you. But I just want you to know that if you're one of those that deals with me and that's the piece that I want and you got it, just tell me what you're asking. All I can say is no, or try to negotiate. But I respect that. I know how hard it is to get it. I know how hard it is to try to get it. You know, I've had guys that, you know, they wanted my Roxys from me. Boom, man, they were trying to give me a low budget for the Roxy. They were lowballing me, blah. And I held on to them until I got the price that I knew that it took to get those Roxys. It's not scalping. It's just being 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. It is what it is. Because you know why? A scalper to me is a person that grabs it for the price but sells it to you for the high. But he will never pay that high for it. And I get that. I respect that. That's honorable. That's cool. However, I'm the type, if I get it, I will sell it for the high. If I get it for the low, I will sell it for the high if I can. Let's just be real. I mean, if I can't be real with y'all, this is not fun. I will sell it for the high. However, if you have it and I can't get it, I will also respect your hustle, and I will respect that, you know what, this is worth that kind of money. I'm sure you had to, you know what, scavenge whatever you did, and if you got it, let me get it, and I'm willing to go there with it, you know, depending on the piece. Again, like I said, depending on the piece. Like, for example, I had to get the Mountain Drifter. That Mountain Drifter, I was never going to get it for the price. I was never going to get it for what the low was. And I see how the prices kind of like, you know, some people be like, oh, they're glorifying these prices, blah blah. That's the person that's trying to sell it to you for those prices. So don't hear too much of those guys. But I had to pay for it. The Roxys, I was cool with one. I got it at price because I got it on a pre-order box. But then the other two, they didn't cost me what I paid, what I sold them for. But yeah, they kind of creeped up a little bit. They got their prices. You know, both of them. You know, the cheapest one was about $90, and the other one was about $120. So I had to pay for them. I had to make some negotiations, because even though I didn't pay the 120 for it, but I traded some cars that I bought at Redline that cost me 35, 40, 50 bucks, you know what I'm saying? And I had to add them up, and boom, and those are the trades that we had to do. So, you know, another cars, especially going to the older cars like the Ferrari Super Treasure Hunts, the Porsche Super Treasure Hunts, those are old cars that they don't come around like they used to. They don't come around on the store. So the people that have them, they listen, this is worth money. You understand what I'm saying? So I respect that. And if I don't have things to trade you, then I'll ditch out my money and I'll pay you for it. And whatever I thought I could have traded you, then I'll try to sell that to recompense myself. I won't try to put my burden on you. I will give you what you're asking for, and then I will go ahead and try to regain my money back. Not like some people that they just want to try to trade you, you know, the things that you got to find out if you can get the price for it. You got to figure if you can get it. And it doesn't work well with me. I get sometimes why, you know, people that trade and are involved in that, they work the way they work. I kind of get you. I don't like you, but I get you. So, you know, so anyways, the car that I had today, finally, after making a couple of phone calls with my boy, I finally ended up getting it. But before I show it to y'all, let me go ahead and show you guys some other pieces that I came across, which were good deals at Whatnot. I came across this beautiful Porsche 911 GT3, another Porsche to the collection, which I think this car is super sweet. I'm super stoked up with this piece right here. Super sweet. Very sweet car. I'm like very happy that I got it, and boom, I couldn't complain, man. It was right there. Another nice piece to my Porsche collection. Yes. Also, we came across a Matchbox GT3 that is from 2007. This card is from 2007, but this thing looks fire. There it is, beautiful Porsche 997.1 GT3. This car is the cream of the cream, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful piece. Super happy that I was able to get it. I mean, these cars look amazing. Matchbox did an amazing job with these cars back then. And of course, you know, these are cars that you know, I didn't pay, I think that car I got it probably, I think it was like around $7 or $10 with the shipping. It came out to like 13 or 14. But if you go on eBay, those are the prices that you're going to get them anyways. So I'm kind of happy that I got them on the collection as well. So, like I said, my battle is between the Porsches, the Skylines, the JDMs, because JDM is a group of them. Porsche is Porsche. Ferrari now is Ferrari. JDM is JDM. Because the Porsches, to be honest with you, the only ones that are really holding it down, I've seen is the 911s, the GT3s, the Carreras, whatever the 911 variants put out, whether it's a GT3 or GT2, blah blah blah. I don't see a Cayman or a GT4. I don't see Macans. You know, it's very Porsche. The only one really holding it down when we speak Porsche is the 911 variant, especially the GT3s or the GT3s RS. The muscle cars, we got variants. You already seen the Dodge Charger came out, pink one, real nice. They got a couple of Balls 302s. They got, you know, they threw out the Typhoon. They have thrown out the Ford that blue Mustang, I forgot, the Titan, whatever you want to call it, that Mustang. But JDM has thrown the Acura NSX. They have thrown the Supra, the RX-7. JDM is on top of their game when it comes to this. So we got those Porsches. Now, the cars that I've been wanting to put on my collection that I've been moving around, and let's get ready to put this down a little bit so that we can go ahead and show you guys what the car is, because I want to do it like in a nice presentation. All right, let me get these bad boys out of here. There they go again for all of you that didn't see them. Look at that bad boy. Oof. That's kind of like what we're talking about today. So anyways, there is that Porsche, so you guys can take another look at it. Beautiful piece, man. I think this is a Magnus Walker car design, because it's got the Magnus Walker flag on it. I see it right there. Also, this is that beautiful GT3. Beautiful cars, man. These cars are like amazing looking pieces, and I'm super happy that I did get them in my Porsche collection. I'm very, very, very excited with them. I also got this old blue car, which I think it's like a 1998 model or something, which is an old school 996 GT3. Beautiful piece. Like I said, I love collecting these Porsches, man. Porsches they're real solid. My Porsche collection is real solid. Pretty much, you know. So anyways, so on the Skylines, I got some heavy hitter Skylines. One of them being this beautiful R32 Super Treasure Hunt. R34, I'm sorry. R34 Super Treasure Hunt. I have a couple other Super Treasure Hunt Skylines around. I'm just gonna go to the closest one so that we can take a look at them. Right? We also have from New York another nice heavy hitter, which is the Pandem. The Pandem R32, beautiful piece. The Pandem Chase, that is. Let's get that right. And then, of course, I'm missing a few of them, but I got a grail here that a lot of people are crazy after, and that's the Liberty Walk Chase. That's my Liberty Walk Chase, which y'all already know the prices that's fetching. And finally, I got my case ready for my next contender, because it's going to be one of those pieces that is going to be a high profile piece. It's going to be one of those that it's going to be a high profile piece in my collection. I got a very good number. Card is in extreme perfect condition, and I'm super stoked up that I got this. Excuse me. Whoa, there you go, guy. Jeez. Okay, catching a little something there, but oh yeah, I also forgot part of that Super Treasure Hunts. I got the R35 Super Treasure Hunt on that Skyline collection stuff. Now, the piece that we are playing with today is finally a grail piece, and that grail piece is the 2019 Nissan Skyline R34. Finally got this grail piece that I've been after since the day that I started collecting. And I know I've said this before, there's a lot of pieces that I've been after since the day that I started collecting. Got this beautiful piece. I'm not going to mention the prices, because anything you do then down the road, everybody's going to try to hold you to that. But I got an amazing deal on this bad boy. I love the way they did the disc brakes in there. Inside of there, you can actually see the disc brakes. Beautiful piece, man. This thing is amazing looking, and it's number 6,382 of 12,500. 6,382 of 12,500. Finally got this grail piece to my collection, which I am super guys, super excited to add this other piece in my collection. I am extremely excited to add this in my wall of heavy hitters, because I got a wall of heavy hitters. Beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful piece, man. This car is, remember, this is from 2019, guys. 2019. From 2019. I finally got this beautiful piece that we're gonna go ahead, and I even bought the acrylic case for it, just to put her on the acrylic, because now we're talking a piece that it's pretty expensive. It's not cheap. I mean, I know there's way more expensive pieces out there, but for now, this is one of those grail pieces in my collection that is not cheap. And there she is. Look how gorgeous that looks there. There she is. She's gonna be a part of that trinity right there, as you can see. We're just gonna be adding on to them. And wow, am I excited to have that piece in my collection, guys. I am super, super excited that we finally got the R32 in the collection. I'm talking about, man, that piece is just, there's no spoilers like the Liberty Walk. It's just pretty simple. But man, does she pack a punch. Man, does she pack a punch. And that is what, here I am trying to do all my camera changes and all that good stuff. Super excited for that, guys. That's the piece that I got on my collection. I'm glad that little by little we're moving forward, and all the pieces that I put in the back of my head that I said that I want to achieve them, I've been one by one, they've been coming down and I've been landing them, and I'm super excited about that. And that's what kind of like separates the real collectors, in my way opinion, my personal opinion. That's where real collectors get separated, when they start to hunt these things not in the pegs, because you can't find them in the pegs, because there's two types of hunting. There's fresh hunting, which is in the pegs, but then there's treasure hunting, which is these old pieces that people have out there that I need in my collection. And those are the pieces that I'm kind of trying to like. Right now I got that Los Angeles R34 in my hit list, and those are the hit lists that really get you in trouble. Those are the hit lists that this is where they're telling you, okay, you want to climb to the top, you got to walk your way up without disrespecting anybody. Here is where the money talks and everything else walks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys, this is not. Listen, don't take it how you want to take it. You know, if it hurts, then scratch. Cause I'll peel. In my country, they say, suck on that orange while I'll peel the other one for you. You heard? So, you know, this is just what any collector would do. This is what any collector would do. You want to see your collection grow. You don't want to see your collection staggered. You want to see your collection. I don't want to invite you to my house to look at a whole bunch of, yeah, nice peg cards and stuff like that. No, you know, and not that I'm inviting you to look at that, but, you know, when you walk into this room, I want you to see, damn, though, that's what that piece really looks like. Because everything else, pretty much everybody's going to have. There's only 6,500 pieces of that. You know, these pieces, not too many people, you're going to walk to their houses and you're going to see these pieces. So those are the kind of pieces that I'm trying to look. Who knows? Maybe I'll work my way all the way up to that guy with the pink Volkswagen, that whatever, that pink one that they're selling for $1 million. Who knows? That's just the fun of these things, baby. You do what you got to do. You aim where you want to aim and just go for it, man. I've learned that in life you can achieve anything you want, man. There's nothing that if you don't put your head to it, you won't be able to achieve, man. You just got to go after it, get a plan, and just execute that plan. Figure out how you're gonna get there, but just get there. You know, so that's pretty much what Lit Wheels has got for today. I thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit like. If you don't, thank you for watching. Listen, I love all you guys. Whether you love me or not, I'm always gonna support you, no matter what, baby. That's just the way I am, and that's why I can always give that pretty smile, because I mean it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you by my side, whether you pat me on the back or not, I'm okay. I'm gonna always pat you on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel. That's just the way I roll. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever be thinking about somebody saying, oh, I wish I had that. No, man, if you want it, go get it. Go get it. God gave you the brains and the smartness to do what you gotta do. Just go get it. You don't have to be looking, say, oh yeah, I got this. Oh, he got that. Nah, man, just let's sit down. Yo, brother, this is mine, and that's not your friend's, that's yours. So that's what collecting is all about. It's what you got. It's what you achieve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you can put apple to apples. You want to go ahead and put everything else that you got. Oh, no, listen, I'm a multimillionaire. We're not talking about all that. We're talking about our Hot Wheel hobby, our Hot Wheel collection. This little thing of ours. This little thing of ours called Hot Wheel. This little thing that has 30s, 40s, 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds going all around trying to find little Hot Wheel cars. That's what we're talking about. You want to compare apples to apples, then that's another series. But for now, we just want to talk this. This is what makes me happy, man. It's not, yeah, you could have your house. Yeah, you could have a bank account stacked. Yeah, you could have the cars you want. But in this little room is where I get my happiness, man. In this little room is where I find, you know, again, there's YouTubers that I look up to them. I've seen even whatnot sellers that I look up to them. These guys are selling you cars and they're all happy, but then you look in the back of their garage, they got Skylines, they got R34s, they got Porsches, they got Ferraris, you know, but they're not talking about that. They're talking about the Hot Wheel hobby. That's all we want. I don't care about your millions. I don't care about your cars. I don't care. All I care about is your Hot Wheel hobby. That's all I want to see. So if you like what you saw, hit like. And if you don't, I love you anyways. For my subscribers, thank you. We're at 346, 347. I'm not even trying to count because it moves up maybe one every 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, man, it ain't about that. So anyways, guys, y'all check out my next video coming up because it's going to be with my grandkids. And I'm not going to say where I'm taking them tomorrow, but you'll see it. So anyways, guys, without no further ado, man, peace out. God bless. And I love you guys. Have a safe weekend. Spend it amazing with the family, okay? Don't just spoil your wife or your mama next week. Do it every day. I know my mama will hear that. She's like, you don't call me. But anyways, guys, love you guys. See y'all on the next one. Peace. Lit Wheels here.